Alright guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be drawing Midoriya from My Hero Academia. So let's get into it. Alright, so now we could start going in and sketching out the circle now. Right, so now we could start bringing down the center line coming down. From there, now we're going to move over to the left side and we could start doing the left side of the face. So coming down right here, and you're going to just curve at the bottom there for the chin. And right after we finish with the chin, we want to draw this line going across just so we could line up the jaw. And then we could just like continue the same thing we would do on the left to the right. And we just go and bring up this side of the face. And then we could kind of like follow the curve of the actual the circle curve we have on top there, and we could just end off the top of the head. Right, so from there, now what we want to do, we want to draw a line cutting across a little low on the circle right there. And from there, now we could start putting in these big old circles for Midoriya's eyes. So just putting two circles right here, because he has some like really wide eyes, I noticed from actually watching the series. And then we could just put in a line for the nose. So now we could head down below and we could start drawing in the mouth right here. After we finish with that, we could head back on top by the circle and we just go and darken around the area. And this will be basically the eyelashes. So just darken up both sides. After you finish with that, we just go and add in two oval like shapes inside here. And then we could add in like this U shape followed up by a little highlight, a little circle for the highlight on both sides. And then we could just shade it in right here, just shade in the pupil. Afterwards, we could head on top and we could just sketch in these two lines right here for the eyebrows. So after we finish with that, we go and head under the eyes and we just go and put in these 4 dots. And this will be, the little freckles that Midoriya have. Alright guys, so down below here, we could start sketching in the ears. And as you can see, we're working from the bottom moving upwards. So we're doing this on both sides. And afterwards, we could just add in the little details in the ears. And as you can see for the top, we just gonna leave that a little open because the ears will be behind the hair a bit. Right, moving on to doing Midoriya's hair. And I would say this gonna be the hardest part of this video. But guys, just, don't worry. Just follow along. Trust me, you guys will be fine. I went through the pain and now you guys gonna go through it with me. Alright, so now we could go up here and start like sketching in the bangs. Follow that around the forehead. Now we could head up top and we could start working our way from the left. Now we could go over to the right hand side and do a similar thing. And then afterwards, what we want to do now is like we're going to go in here and just add in like I guess you could say is the other layer. So we basically finished with that and now we can move on to the next thing. Alright guys, so we survived the hair, thank God. Alright, so now we can move down and do something a little simpler. The neck. Then we could add in like a little shadow underneath there. And from there we could start drawing in the color. So coming down kind of like drawing in this triangle. And then we could go around there for the neck. Then we could come down and start sketching in the tie. And the tie is like a weird shape. And plus I noticed it's like a really bulky tie, so it's really thick. So we're gonna come down for the tie right here. And then we could just basically just finish off the rest of the shirt right here, the color and everything else. And then afterwards, we just gonna head back up by the face right here. We just gonna erase here and just fix up like the jaw a little bit. Just curve it in a little bit more right there. Cause I think it was a little too sharp, so we just going in there, softening it up a little bit. Alright, so before we move into doing the ink, what we want to do first is just end off right here at the bottom. And the reason why we're doing this is we closing all the gaps before we go in and ink. So yeah guys, we finished with the sketch. So now we're going to kick it into time lapse to do the inking and then we'll be back. Alright guys, see you after the time lapse. Alright guys, so we back after the time lapse, and as you can see, everything looking clean, and Midoriya especially looking clean in that uniform as well. Right, so now we can move on to the right hand side, and we could just create a new layer for our colors, and now we could just add and drop our colors onto Midoriya. Right, so first we could start off like adding the color onto Midoriya's face. Then we could add and drop the color right here for the section of the hair. So right here we adding in this black right here, and then we adding in this green for like, you know, the color, the highlight. So right there. So it really give like Midoriya this cool effect when it comes to his hair. And then afterwards we finish with the hair, we could just head down and start, you know, adding in all the different colors to the shirt. Alright, so after we finish with that, we could head back on top by the eye area, and we could just like draw this white going around for the white in the eye, and we could just, you know, fill the rest of that in. And yeah guys, we pretty much done with laying in the colors. So now on to adding in the shadows, and for the shadows I like to create a layer above the color layer, and then I just set it to like multiply, and I usually use a purplish color when it comes to doing the shadows, because I just think that look better than just using like a black color, in my opinion. But you guys could use whatever you want. Adding in shadows underneath, you know, the hair right here with the band covering the forehead, because, you know, it will have some shadows casting right there. And afterwards we could move down and we could add in like some shadows under the chin right there. Then we could head down, adding some shadow for the tie, for the rest of the clothes. And obviously I'll go in a lot quicker here just to save time. And then after that, wait, one more thing. After the shadows, one more thing. Wait for it guys, wait for it. And bam! There you have it guys, the final illustration. This is how you draw Midoriya from My Hero Academia. Hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Alright, see you.